Let me turn now and finally to the issue of schools and nurseries. On that, as on everything else, I want to be as open and transparent as possible. My view is that it is now inevitable that we will close schools and nurseries. And my planning assumption now is that schools will close to pupils at the end of this week. And I wanted today to give parents notice of that now. There are two key drivers of that view. First is the science. SAGE, our expert scientific advisers, are examining new advice literally as we speak. I expect that is likely to tell us to close schools. Secondly, we have the reality on the ground. As people do the right thing and follow the advice to self-isolate or to isolate as a household, more and more schools are approaching a point where they have lost too many staff to continue as normal. We are working closely with schools and tomorrow the Deputy First Minister will set out in a statement to Parliament the arrangements we are putting in place. In particular, he will address key questions that I know parents, pupils and teachers will have, including what this will mean for vulnerable pupils, those receiving free school meals, because we must not cut adrift vulnerable children. Secondly, what this means for pupils taking their exams this year, because we will not blight the life chances of our children. And crucially, what this means for key workers. We must ensure that our doctors, nurses and other critical staff can still work. Lives are on the line if they cannot. I want to be open with people that we are still working out all of the fine detail of what exactly this will mean. It is important to know that there will doubtless require to be a lot of local flexibility required, and while we will set out maximum detail tomorrow, planning with councils is likely to go on well into next week. In some areas, private nurseries and childminders can play a massive role in helping key workers keep going. In other areas, councils will use school buildings to reach vulnerable children. We will support any and every plan that helps people make this work. And to reassure teachers and all school staff, as well as those in the nursery sector, we will work with you in the coming days, because other than parents themselves, we know that you know children best. And we know you will step up to help because we know how committed you are to the children you teach and those that you care for. There will be a vital role for teachers and all school and nursery staff in the weeks ahead. Finally, on the question that I know parents and the wider public will have of how long this will last, the clearest guidance I can give now is that people should not assume that schools and nurseries will reopen after the Easter break. We will, of course, only keep them closed for as long as we absolutely have to. But at this stage, I cannot promise that they will reopen before the summer holidays. Let me say that this has been one of the hardest decisions we have faced so far as we tackle this virus. We know that this will massively disrupt life, society and the economy. We know that it massively changes family life, and nothing is more precious than that. But that indeed is the measure of how serious this virus is and how serious the challenge is that we face.